This week we're going to knock out finishing the carport. We're going to get our purlins up, get the steel up, and get the siding up. We're going to start off with doing the siding. I've got the 1-inch boards with live edge that I've just been collecting over time as I'm milling. We're going to start with putting these up, and then midway through the week we're scheduled to go pick up metal for the roof.
Let's start with this little one. It's pretty straight.
Okay. Let's do it flat on this side. Cut this one then. There?
I think so. You're just eyeballing.
Next one.
Okay, and then... Oh, we never cut off the little branches, Cody. Well, we got up one board, but we forgot to come through and kind of cut off all the little nubs from the branches on these posts, which is going to affect how we put our boards up. So we need to come through and kind of just knock all of these little branches off really fast. And there's the first section. We're going to take the chainsaw, trim off these edges, but we didn't want to go all the way down to the ground because we still might mess with some of this gravel, bring some more of it in. Yeah, I think that looks good. Oh, those two met up pretty well.
Yeah.
Right there, looks good to me. It's very simple, but I do really like this kind of stuff. It always looks nice.
Straightforward, quick.
It is really quick. Well, that's all the boards we have for right now, so we're gonna have to go back to our logs and do some more milling.
I have a pretty good pile of logs here, but I am going to try and pull the smaller logs for this project, being they're going to be just cut down into 1-inch slabs, and I want to save the larger logs for 2x6s. So I'm going to mill this log a little bit differently than I typically do. I'm going to cut off the scab on top, flip it over, do it off the bottom, and then I will keep flipping back and forth, taking off 1-inch slabs until I'm down to 4 inches. Then I'll flip that up on end, take off the scab wood, and then just make a bunch of 1x4s until I get down to my last 2x4, and then I'll keep a single 2x4 at the end.
I like that, like right there. Rowan. Rowan. Looks good.
Before I continue milling for the boards on the other side, I'm going to start doing the purlins so I can see if I need to mill any more of these. But this is not something I've been looking forward to doing. I knew this was going to end up being a problem when I got around to doing the purlins, and now I've got to deal with it. These rafters are 18 feet long, so they're too long for my sawmill. I can only do 11 foot. And now that I closed off between the solar kiln and the sawmill, I don't really have a way to slide those logs backward and continue cutting, and it's not very easy to keep that line from having a crick in it. So we ended up leaving these just live edge on the top. We notched them so they were level on the bottom, and it kept them pretty close. But of course with logs there's variations, so there's going to be nubs that are sticking up, and some of the logs are going to have like a swoop or a bump or anything in them, and it's just going to cause me lots of problems. So I started with the first row on the bottom, trying to determine how I'm going to end up doing this. I was hoping it'd just be close enough that I could kind of let the 1x4s wave across all of these, but it was quite a difference between some of them. So what I ended up doing is putting a shim under all of the low ones. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do with all of them all the way up. It's going to be a bit of a pain to do, but it's got to be done.
Not cut. Well, our metal is finally here. We just went and picked it up yesterday, so we can finally finish that. Where is it? The carport. All we really have left to do on here is put the metal up on the top to block out the rain and snow, obviously, and then we have to finish putting up some of this siding on this top triangle part, cut off the excess right there, and there's a few spots on this lower section where I just have to hand nail in some nails. So we have our framing nailer now with the nails that come with it on the paper that holds them all together, and that's super nice to have, but those nails are a bit more expensive, and we still have a couple buckets of nails just kind of sitting around. So instead of just kind of letting them waste and never use them, we figured on the lower sections, especially of this building, we would just put in, with the framing nail, just put in one nail on each side to hold the board, and then later at our leisure, whenever we have time, we can just come in, back through, put in that second nail on both sides of those wooden slats and just get it all finished that way. This way we are potentially saving ourselves a little bit of money by not needing as many nails for the nailing gun, and then we are also using up some of those extra kind of just loose nails that we have laying around. I did decide we are not doing that for the top parts though, so we're using the nailing gun for all of that up there because there's no need to come back through with the ladder. So it's just for this lower section. We have a few more nails to put in, get this siding up, metal up, and then trim it all, and then it's finished. We're intentionally leaving this siding up a little bit higher from the ground because when we initially put in these posts, that's when the skid steer, the track kind of got broken, the bracket. So we had to stop. We weren't able to like fully get this established with the skid steer before we started putting in the build. So we're giving ourselves the option now by having that siding lifted up that we can come back through, kind of finish the grading process of this whole area to help with the water. And it's already getting a lot better, but we still have a little bit of tweaking that we want to do over here. Well, just kidding. We might not put the metal up today. We were just unwrapping our bundle and we realized we have someone else's order. So a little mix up happened. Since it's such a haul to get back into town, we're going to have to try to figure out what we're going to do about this timing wise. So I'm not sure when this is going to happen, but we're going to have to swap out, give this person their metal back and go find where ours is. It is the next day. We drove to town yesterday, dropped off that other order, picked up our metal. So our metal is now here. Cody is up on the roof measuring out the purlins to make sure our spacings are exact. And then we are going to pre-drill our holes and install this metal. Cody, there's only 6 sheets.
For real?
No. No, we have all of them here. We're good. Flip it over the lip.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That was better. Oh yeah, there's a lot of room. Looks pretty good in there though.
That finishes up our carport building. I will be working on putting on screws the rest of the day to finish up the roof. Otherwise, we have a few boards that I will get milled to put up across this top to lower it a little bit. Otherwise, this will be good storage for any of our machines.